For some students returning to campus today, Hurricane Florence wasn't the only disaster they had to escape. Our Megan Lynn reports.
I expected to go home and just relax in my bed for 4 or 5 days and just do my homework, but it ended up taking a complete twist.
Freshman Caroline Graham grew up in Andover, Massachusetts. That's where she went Tuesday to escape Hurricane Florence. Now, she says she wishes she'd stayed on campus. There were over 60 gas explosions in Andover, North Andover, and Lawrence, Massachusetts, with fires damaging and destroying dozens of homes. Fellow freshman and Andover resident Leo Brother was on a train to Charlotte when he got the news disaster had struck back home.
I wasn't sure how big of a deal it was until I was watching national news broadcasts that were tracking the hurricane, and then they took time out of the hurricane broadcast to bring up these gas explosions. And that's when I started to get nervous.
Back in Andover, Graham was at the mall with her mom when she got a phone call from the police department that they needed to evacuate immediately. They quickly drove home to get their dog.
My mom went in. I stayed far away from the house, and my dog was right at our door barking, and our whole neighborhood smelled like gas. So my mom thinks that she might have smelt it and knew something was wrong.
Both Graham and Brother's homes were safe. Over 8,000 homes had their gas meters turned off and had to wait for the fire department to give the all clear. Graham and Brother's families both had to spend the night at friends' homes. When Graham and her family returned home Friday, she says they still didn't feel entirely safe.
Part of me was how do they really know? It's fine. But I just stayed downstairs, kind of did my homework by the door just in case if anything ever happened. I had a clear exit out.
Brother says before the explosions, he took his home for granted. Now he says he's grateful and has deeper sympathy for those whose homes were damaged or destroyed in Hurricane Florence.
Every birthday party I've ever had, all the friends I've had over there, the memories I've created, graduation parties, family reunions, you name it, it was there. So just thinking back on it now, I don't want to lose any of that.
Megan Lynn, Elon Local News.
The National Transportation Safety Board says it's investigating the Columbia Gas Company, which is linked to these explosions. The investigation may last up till 2 years.